You are killing me, Smalls. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Over the Hill Hoops podcast. Yes, it is. You got to let me get my intro out. You keep interrupting me, and I'm going to come to Brady and punch you in your throat.
Let's go. I'll wake up to a little bit.
What's up, everybody? It is November the 7th, 2023, and you are watching the Over the Hill Hoops podcast. I'm Patrick in Las Vegas, where the internet works. I'm joined by Randy, down there in the heart of Texas. He's the big guy with a little microphone. What's up, big dog?
What's going on? You hear me?
I'm chilling. Yeah, I can hear you, man. I can hear you. We're good. Everything's good. All right? So what are we going to do tonight, Randy? It's election day. No basketball games on. What are we going to do tonight?
I have no idea. No basketball, no football. Ooh, there's college basketball. Should be college basketball on tonight.
Oh, it started last night, right? College basketball?
Yep.
Yeah, November 6th. Yeah, okay. Well, maybe we can get into that. I don't know. I don't really watch college basketball a whole lot till the tournament, but we'll see. Maybe I can watch some of it.
Yep.
All right, so I want to kick off the show today. I want to ask you something. Does the triple-double, is it still... Like, when I was a kid, I remember it was like a holy grail of a basketball game to get a triple-double. It just seems like it's not that... It's easier now for certain guys. Of course, across the league, it's not easier. But you talk about your Westbrooks, your Nikola Jokic, and your Luka Doncic. It seems to be easy for these guys. Like, is there something different about it now? Has it lost all of its meaning?
I don't think so. I mean, I just think the players are just... It's just better. I don't know. I mean, the players are just. I mean, they're just like the Joker. He's playing on a different level. All these guys that are getting these triple doubles, they're just having monstrous nights, and it's just. Well, it's hard to stop. It's hard to stop a guy like the Joker. I mean, he's playing different.
He's different. He's the only guy that I think should be getting those, and I don't mean that in a bad way. It's just like. In the past, you're not going to get 10 rebounds as a guard, as a point guard in the 90s because people didn't shoot that volume of threes. Like, there's longer rebounds is why guards get more rebounds now, I think. I don't know that, though. That's kind of the way I feel about it. I just feel like it's lost a little bit. The triple-double has lost a little bit of its meaning, I feel like. I mean, there's still only a few guys that do it at a consistent rate, but yeah, I just feel like it's lost a little bit. I don't know. It's still an amazing stat. Don't get me wrong, man. I feel like it's lost a little bit. All right, let's go look at last night's games since we don't have any tonight. We're going to run through these pretty quick because we have 12 games to cover. All right, so going into last night, I had 99 right and 69 wrong. You had 79 right and 89 wrong. And we both had 2 pushes each. We both had a good night. I went 13 for 24, and you went 14 for 24. So you got it spinning the right way, man. You got it spinning the right way.
Sure, on the comeback.
On the comeback. All right, so first game of the night was the Warriors at the Pistons. We both took the Warriors minus 6.5 on the road, and they covered that. They won 120 to 109. We also both took the over 224.5 points. It went to 229 total, so we won that one as well. What'd you see in this game last night, man?
Cade Cunningham still getting it done for Detroit. 21 points. I mean, he's playing. I feel like he's going to be an all-star this year.
I do too, man. We talked about that yesterday. I feel like he's playing at all-star level.
Yeah, and also Killian Hayes, he dropped 21 last night as well. Their whole starting lineup though last night played exceptionally well. I mean, you just run into Chef Curry.
Yeah, that's running into Steph's always a bad thing. Yeah, the rookie played good too. Thompson, he had a good game last night. So, yeah, I mean, what else can you say about Steph Curry? I'm still apologizing for the very first episode where I'm like, they're gonna fall off this year. He can't carry it on his back. He just goes out and puts up 34, knocks down 7 3-pointers. You know, dude, it's insane what he does.
Yeah.
CP3 got it going for 3-point line last night, though. He made two out of 3. So, yeah, look at that. He's made 3 out of 35 on the season, 4 out of 35 on the season. Good for him.
Yeah.
Yeah, this team, they're good, man. They're better than I thought they were going to be, 6-2. So
Yeah.
yeah, I guess I'm gonna have to. I guess I'm gonna have to hop back on that hype train with the Warriors.
All right.
All right, let's move on to the next game of the night. The Spurs at the Pacers. The Pacers won 152 to 111. We both took the Pacers minus 8.5 at home and won. The over-under was 238.5 points. I took the over and won, and you took the under and lost. What did you see from Tyrese Halliburton and those high-scoring Pacers last night?
Man, they got it done last night. They were cooking. Tyrese, another 23-point game. Obi Toppin finally got it going, 19.
He's had a decent year, man. He's had a decent year.
Yeah. And then they got, of course, almost everybody on their bench played last night because they were blowing out the Spurs. But I really thought the Spurs would make it more of a game than what they did last night.
Yeah, those Pacers are kind of scary offensively, man. They're definitely the number one offense scoring wise in basketball for sure.
Well, yeah, but Buddy Hill got 19 off the bench in 21 minutes. That's big time.
Yeah. Well, not having Vassell for the Spurs is really hurting them right now. I mean, obviously, he's. I know Wemby's doing some good things, but Vassell's their best player still. Wemby's probably gonna pass him this year already. I mean, he's already had some really big games, but Wemby only getting 13 points, that hurts him. Keldon Johnson only got 16. They didn't have anybody over 20 points. Dougie McBuckets knocked down 17 off the bench. 4 for 6 on the three-point line. That was big for them. Zach Collins, he's playing well too, man. I like him at the center. But this team, yeah, they definitely need to get Devin Vassell back to start doing anything. They're going to struggle without him, I think.
Yeah.
All right, let's move on to the next game of the night. The Mavericks at the Magic. The Mavs won 117 to 102 on the road. I took the Mavericks plus 1.5 on the road and won. You took the Magic at home and lost. The over-under was 224.5 points. I took the over and lost. You took the under and won. It went to 219 total points. What'd you see in this game from the young Magic down there?
Yeah, I really wanted to go with Dallas yesterday. I was just trying to gain some ground on you. I kind of figured Dallas would win. Magic, they're, like I said, yeah, they are a young team. They got I feel like they have a bright future. Paolo Banchero with 22 points. Again, I mean, he's having a great year so far.
He's making candidacy for an All-Star this year too, man. He's playing well. He's playing well.
Yeah. Wagner it looked like he had a down game with 12 points. Voss Wagner, a down game with 12 points. Usually he's around the 20-point range.
Yeah, he's close. Yeah, he's right around 20. Yeah, 17 to 20.
Yeah. His brother, though, had big time, and Cole Anthony big time, 19, both off the bench. So
Cole Anthony might be the sixth man of the year this year, man. He's playing great off the bench.
Yeah, I agree. He very well. Strong case for it right now.
Yeah, he's doing well.
7 games. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, the Mavericks, you know what they're doing over there. Luka's cooking. Kyrie's facilitating, man. I like it. It's 2 games in a row he's had 10 assists. Yep. 21 points for Kyrie, 10 assists. Luka with 29. This team right here, I slept on them a little bit. I don't think they're as good as 6-1, but I had them at I want to say I had them at 7 or 8th seed in the West, maybe. Yeah. Or maybe not even in there. Maybe I had them as but yeah, and then Tim Hardaway, 21 points off the bench again, just averaging right around 20.
Dude, he's making a strong case for 6 man of the year.
He is too. Yeah, he's another one that's might be in the candidacy for that. So yeah, this team here, they're I'm sleeping on them a little bit, but I think they're overperforming what they're gonna do. They might actually be the 5 seed, but I don't think they're gonna continue, winning 6 games to 1 loss as the season goes on.
Yeah.
All right. Next game of the night was the Washington Wizards at the 76ers. The 76ers won 146 to 128. We both took the under 10.5. I mean, we both took the 76ers minus 10.5 points and won that. The over-under was 229.5 points, and it went to 274. We kind of crushed that one. So,
yeah.
What do you see from this really good this really good 76ers team?
They're playing a lot better without James Harden.
Well, they haven't played with James Harden, to be fair, this year, but they are playing better without James Harden than they were last year.
Better team without him.
I agree.
I mean, Joel Embiid, 48. He was cooking. Maxey with 22. I mean, these guys, they have a good. I think that 1-2 punch right there. And Tobias Harris had 18 as well. But man, this team could be scary. If they keep playing like this, they're gonna be tough to beat.
I agree. I mean, the difference. James Harden's a better basketball player than Tyrese Maxey, but they're different players. James Harden doesn't play with the pace that Maxey plays. He gets them out and open. He doesn't facilitate as good as James yet, but he's only in his fourth year. So, I mean, he's close to 10 assists though this year. I'm sure he's averaging 8+. Yeah, I really like this team. You know that I'm real big on this team and Tyrese Maxey. So, yeah, it was good to see Nick Batum in there too. He knocked down since the trade. He got there, knocked down a few shots. So. Yeah, over on the Wizards side of the ball, absolutely no defense still. Probably I haven't looked at the stats yet, but this is probably the worst defense in basketball. I haven't looked since last week, but I'm assuming this is the absolute worst team as far as points go. They give up so many points. Kuzma's still doing it over there, 28 points, 6 boards, 4 assists, and then of course Jordan Poole getting his 23 and 6. I was hoping he was going to do a little better there. I picked him a little higher on the list than I should have. Daniel Gafford's back in the lineup. He's been back in a few games. That's going to help them. 12.7 rebounds. He's a good defender too. He had 5 blocks last night, so I really like Daniel Gafford. He's going to help anchor that defense a little bit, but not enough, man. Not enough. These guys just don't play D over there. All right, let's move on to the next game. The Bucks at the Nets. The Bucks won 129 to 125. We both took the Bucks at home -5.5 and lost. The over/under was 233.5 points. You took the over and won. I took the under and lost. It went 254 total points. What'd you see in this game last night, Randy?
Man, Cam Thomas is doing it. He was raining threes from the logo last night.
He was. I saw that shot, man. Jeez.
45 points. Of course, Mikal Bridges, 31. I mean, these two guys, and then they had big time play from Lonnie Walker the fourth off the bench with 19 points. He was cooking too as well. I thought Spencer Dinwiddie didn't have too good of a shooting game.
He didn't shoot much. He didn't shoot much though. Yeah.
Of course, your boy, the ultimate brick with 2 points.
That's not
rebounds though. So
yeah, he's not my boy. I don't love Ben Simmons. I mean, I think he's a great player outside of his shooting.
Great. I think he's this team plays better without him in the lineup.
Let's say this: since he came back from his back injury or whatever that was, he has not been the same at all. Because he used that.
It wasn't a back.
Whatever his injury was, or whatever that whole thing that kept him out. It was okay. I'm not
psychological injury.
Anyway, back, brain, foot, whatever it was. Whenever he came back from that injury, he has not been the same since.
Yeah.
At least scoring wise, he still passes the ball well. He still rebounds well. He just can't score anymore. I don't know what that is with him, but yeah, I don't know. All right, over on the Milwaukee side of the ball, Giannis getting it done with 36 points. Dame Time coming in with 21 points. These guys are still struggling. I mean, they should be able to beat these Brooklyn Nets fairly easily, but they struggle to. Brooklyn's scrappy. I like Brooklyn. I think they're a decent team this year. Not throwing any shade at them, but this team right here that's assembled should be able to beat them better than 4 points. Chris Middleton with 15. That's about what you're going to get out of him this year. He's not going to be averaging 20+ anymore now that they got Dame. Brook Lopez with only 4 points and Malik Beasley with only 3. That's not going to cut it in the starting lineup. Jay Crowder got 15 off the bench, which is good. He was shooting well from 3-point line. So, and Bobby Portis with 11. Like this team should be able to blow teams out with how they're assembled, but they're not. Yeah. They don't have that. Yeah, they don't have that. They don't have that continuity yet.
Yeah.
All right, let's move on to the next game of the night. The Lake Show at the Heat. Hang on, I can't prepared.
Can't prepared. There you go.
So the Heat beat the Lakers 108 to 107. We both took the Lakers on the road plus 1.5. We won that. They only lost by 1 point, so we got lucky on that deal. Yeah. You took the over 222.5 and lost. I took the under 222.5 and won. It went to 215 total points. What'd you see in this game from your Lake Show last night, Randy?
Well, first of all, kudos to them for not starting playing from behind 20 points at halftime. Yeah, that was the first this year.
They were down the whole game though, pretty much, weren't they? I mean, I didn't watch it, but they were down. They were down a little bit the whole game, right? They never really got the lead going.
They'd get up maybe by a point or two. It was just back and forth, and then Miami stayed above like 6 to 10 points throughout the course of the second half. Anthony Street Clothes Davis had a spasm in his groin and his hip. It's just a cramp, bro. Man up, get out there and play ball. If he's in there, we beat this team.
Yeah, that's the problem with him. We're talking about him with all this defensive player of the year contention, and he's not going to play 65 games, bro. He never has.
No.
Not in the last 5 years.
I did see a report on him this morning that he is good to go for Wednesday night's game.
I should hope so.
Yeah, well, it was just a spasm. Anyway, moving on. LeBron was cooking last night, even though he didn't make a 3-pointer. He was 0-4 from 3-point line, but he was playing downhill fast and early. Usually he waits to the fourth quarter to start being aggressive, but last night he was doing it in the first. They just got a lot of pieces out with.
They do.
I mean, with Jared Vanderbilt, Hachimura has a concussion.
Oh, really? Yeah, I didn't know that. Yeah,
I didn't know that, and so they got Taron Prince back last night, which was good for him. But I know he only gave 9 points, but he was playing good defense somewhat. They got AR. AR had another big night with 23 points.
There you go.
He was very efficient. But what killed him is D'Angelo Russell. How do you get 2 technical fouls on a timeout in the fourth quarter on the stretch? It's crunch time. We need you in there, and you're getting thrown out of the game.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
He's been killing them this year.
And another thing, 8 seconds left in the game. Why is Coach Ham drawing up a play for Cam Reddish to hit the game winner? He's 2 from 16 behind the 3-point line this year.
I don't know that was actually designed for a corner pass. It looks like LeBron was gonna try to drive on that, and then he got the double team or whatever, triple team came over, so he kicks it to the. If I'm him, I'm drawing it up for LeBron. Hey, get in the paint there and then kick it to a shooter if you can. But even still, I want LeBron taking that shot. I don't care if I don't care if LeBron misses it. Take that shot, homie. Like, don't kick it to Cameron. I know you're a facilitator, but take that shot right there.
How does he take that shot over Bam Adebayo and Highsmith with Jimmy Butler on his left side? Because you're running the risk of getting it blocked. Because Bam was having a big night last night.
It's LeBron James, baby. You got to make that shot. Just take it. He's up there with the GOAT conversation. Just take that shot, bro. If you miss it, you miss it. You live with it.
I'm in agreement with you.
If I'm LeBron James, I would rather take that shot and miss it, or get blocked and lose the game, than pass it to Cam Reddish and have him miss the shot. You know what I mean? That's just the way I feel about it. Yeah.
Yeah, I just think Cam Reddish should have been on the other side, and AR should have been where he was at.
Yeah. All right.
Moving on.
Move on to the Miami Heat. Looks like Jimmy Butler I didn't get to watch this game. I've just seen the highlights. Looks like Jimmy Butler finally got it going. 28 points. That's what the Heat's been needing out of him all year.
They need that.
I did see Tyler Hero had 22. I watched the highlights. I saw him get blocked from behind by LeBron. That was a pretty amazing play. LeBron, jumping back to the Lakers, LeBron just looks like he's still in year 5 right now, man, the way he's playing. It's crazy.
It's nuts. He's be 39 next month, and how you still chasing down blocking Tyler Hero, who's 24 years old?
He did have 37 minutes. That's going to hurt him later on, man, in the season. He's playing too much now.
I want to say yes, but who knows?
Who knows? Maybe not. Maybe not. And Bam had 22 and 20 and 10. Another 20 points, 22 rebounds, 10 assists. That 22 rebounds is insane.
Yeah. It seemed like the ball was just finding him last night. Yeah, he got a lot of tough boards, but it seemed like he was in the right spot all night long. The ball was just like he was a magnet. It was nuts.
All right, let's move on to the Clippers and the Knicks. We got a few more games to cover. The Knicks won at home, 111-97. We both took the Clippers on the road, -1.5, and lost. The over-under was 223.5 points. We both took the under and won. It went to 208 total points. Both of these teams are good defenses. It's going to take those Clippers a little while to gel. I feel like at least a month or so. Yeah. What'd you see last night in this game with these guys?
Julius Randle's finally getting it going. 2 games in a row.
Yeah, he did.
27 points, big time. Jalen Brunson didn't have a very good shoot, not at all. 2 for 12, 1 for 3 from behind the arc, 7 points. But RJ Barrett, man, another 26-point night. he's getting it done too.
RJ
So
Barrett is the
yeah,
most consistent player on the Knicks so far this year. He's
I agree.
he's not the
Yeah,
best player, but he's been the most consistent this year. Yeah, for sure.
exactly. Yeah, but yeah, they played tough. I mean, overall, quickly had 7, and
Yeah.
how you pronounce his name?
DiVincenzo.
Yeah,
DiVincenzo.
yeah, 12. Where'd he come from? Did he come from?
He was in Golden State. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I liked him with the Golden State.
Whenever the Knicks got him, Steve Kerr told Tom Thibodeau, he said, "You're really gonna like this guy. He's a hard worker. You're gonna get a lot out of him. You're gonna like him."
Yeah,
This whole team is basically they all went to college together. They were Villanova, right? DiVincenzo, Josh Hart, and Jalen Brunson all went to. They were all Wildcats at Villanova, right? Pretty sure.
yeah, I do so.
Yeah. Yeah, Julius Randle, he finally got 3 for 8 last night from the 3-point line, 37%. So that's a big improvement for what he's been doing on the year. He needs to do less 3-point shooting still. But
I
yeah,
agree.
over on the Clippers side of the ball, it was a pretty rough go for all these guys, man. Like I said, there's not enough pie for everybody to have a full piece anymore. You know what I mean? We've seen that before with 3 players, but when you add 4 of them to a roster like this, somebody's going to have to sacrifice big for everybody to eat. It's just not going to work with Paul George getting 10, Kawhi getting 18, Westbrook 17, and Harden 17. Like, yeah, it's good. It's good in theory, but I feel like the best player on this team right now, I haven't seen Harden play, but to me, Paul George is the best player on this team. He's the one that needs to eat right now. Now, that may change in the future, but as far as what I've seen, like, I really like what Paul George was doing this season. This team's going to be really good. They're great defensively. They lost a little bit putting James Harden in there at the defensive end, but they're still going to be a really, really strong defensive team. Norman Powell getting it going, 14 off the bench. That's good to see. PJ Tucker's in the lineup after the trade, only 2 points. And Bones Highland only getting 5 points. See, I knew that. I told you that he was my pick for 6th man of the year. I knew it was going to hurt him if James got right over in that trade. That's why I put in that stipulation. Like, he's not gonna get near the role he was getting before James Harden went there. So,
I mean, you pick 4 or 5 players for 6 million a year, you're bound to hit
hey,
one
bro,
of them.
I'm good. Look, it's a numbers game, man. I'm a numbers guy. The more you pick, the better your chance of winning.
I wish I'd have known that before.
Come on, bro. All right, let's move on. Jazz against the Bulls. The Bulls won 130-113. I took the Jazz plus 4.5 on the road and lost. You took the Bulls minus 4.5 at home and won. The over-under was 222.5 points. You took the over and won. I took the under and lost. It went to 243 total points. What'd you see out of these crazy Chicago Bulls last night?
Man, they're so up and down.
They are, man.
Zach LaVine and DeMar DeRozan both had LaVine had 24, DeRozan had 21. Yeah, they're playing good. I mean, it's just they're so wishy-washy. I mean,
they are.
One game they'll drop 130, the next game they'll drop 92 points. So there's no consistency there on that team. So I don't look for this team to make any kind of dent, and even to the play-in.
Yeah, I don't either. They did say Andre Drummond got 10,000 rebounds last night, so good job, big fella. Not last night, career. He got his 10,000. Yeah. He didn't get 10,000 rebounds in the game. That would have been awesome, but.
No,
you know what I don't like about this team, DeMar DeRozan. Like, if anybody else gets 20 points, it's a great game. But him, if you only get 21, it's a mad game for you, bro. You're a better scorer than that. You know what I mean? He needs to score more than 20. This dude's a dog on the offensive side of the ball. He needs to be able to score more than 20.
Yeah.
And like we've talked about, they don't have a lot of help outside of those two, especially with Lonzo being hurt. So. Yeah, the Jazz kind of fell flat last night. I mean, this is that team we talked about. They're missing. They play well for what they have. Like, I think this is a great team for the roster that is assembled. They just don't have much there. I mean, Markkanen got 29. He's going to be an all-star again. Jordan Clarkson only with 7 points. Not going to cut it, big dog. John the Baptist got 14. I mean, Walker Kessler with 15, so that's good for him. Yeah, Talen Horton-Tucker, he hasn't done much this year either. He only got 5 last night. I want to see something out of him. And of course,
I don't think he's a starter. I think he's a good 7th man off the bench.
Probably, yeah. That's what I'm saying. This team just doesn't have anything assembled, you know. Yeah. Colin Sexton got 14 off the bench. that's a good night for him. That's
Yeah.
that's what they need. And Kelly Olynyk got 13 and 7 and 8. Dang, he almost had a triple double. Look at Kelly Olynyk. I didn't even notice that till just now. Yeah, he's one of those dirty work players that'll get in there, do it, knock down some 3-pointers for you. He's not bad. I mean, I like Kelly Olynyk coming off at the 7th or 8th spot. All right, let's move on to the next game of the night. The Kings at the Rockets. The Rockets, man, woo, they are cooking right now a little bit. 122-97, they beat the Kings. We both took the Kings minus 1.5 on the road and lost. The over-under was 218.5 points. We both took the under and lost. What'd you see out of these Houston Rockets that are kind of on fire right now?
Well, they played. This is the second game they played Sacramento, right? They played them in
back-to-back games.
Jalen Green's getting it done for them. 23 points. It looks like all their starters basically are averaging about 25 minutes a game, 26 minutes a game. Yeah. So I mean, they're spreading the play time around. Other than Dylan Brooks only got 9. Everyone else was in double figures. So yeah, they've been cooking the last. Was this 3 games in a row they won? So
they started off 0-3, I think, and now they're 3-3 after that.
They're on a little hot streak right here.
Yeah, they are.
Which I think it might have been changed if De'Aaron Fox is in the lineup.
Oh, absolutely, 100%.
I think that but he's not. So kudos to Houston for starting from 0-3 to going to 500. So.
Yeah, I mean, Houston, they're not going to be very good this year, obviously. I mean, we don't think. Dylan Brooks is actually playing pretty well this year for what he's doing, so, good for him.
Yeah.
Sacramento, again, this hurt them. They didn't have anybody above 15 points. Ellis had 15 off the bench, and then Herder was the highest starter with 13 points. Yeah. Sabonis, 8 points. 8 rebounds, 5 assists. Like, no, bro. No. No. That's not going to do it.
The Houston team.
Yeah. Keegan Murray with only 12. Well, it hurts them not having Dylan Brooks. It hurts them not having De'Aaron Fox in there to move the ball, to find players. Like, he's just able to lead the pack so well. And Malik Monk only got 5 off the bench. I'm off the Kings bandwagon until they get De'Aaron Fox back. They played good in overtime that one game, but I'm kind of off of them now, I think. So. Yeah. All right, let's move on to the Celtics at the Timberwolves. Let's make this quick because we're running out of time. All right, the Timberwolves won 114-109. Bless you. 114-109. We both took the Celtics minus 4.5 on the road and lost. We both took the over 222.5 and won. It went to 223 points, so we won by half a point. What'd you see in this game out of these Timberwolves, man? They're kind of surprising me right now the way they played the last 4 games.
Anthony Edwards, man, was cooking last night, especially in overtime. He took over in overtime.
He wasn't passing that ball in overtime. No.
He was. They were winning that game. He made his mind up. Saying,
absolutely.
Jason Tatum. First off, it's like the best player on the Celtics team is Jason Tatum. He needs to be taking the last shot in the fourth quarter.
I agree. I don't like that. I don't like Jaylen Brown taking that last shot. No. I want Jason Tatum taking that shot.
He's the second best player on the team. But if I'm gonna, first of all, you got a timeout. You should have called a timeout and run a set play for Tatum.
Yeah, should have.
That's bad on the coach, in my opinion. No disrespect, but Anthony Edwards was cooking. Yeah. So and Jaden McDaniels had a big play from him as well.
He did 20 points. Yeah.
And Naz Reid 14 off the bench again. That's where he's been living. He's been having a pretty good year too.
Naz Reid is having a good. Yeah, he's having a really good year.
But yeah, Rudy Gobert. Did you see that dunk Jaylen Brown did over Rudy Gobert?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, it was dirty. Yeah, it was gross.
Yeah. He was 14-12, so I mean that's about where he's going to stay.
Yeah, I watched this game. I think I caught the second half of this game. Jason Tatum was cooking. It hurts them not having Derek White in the lineup still. He should be back next game, I'm assuming. Yeah, but like you said, Jaylen Brown doesn't need to take that last shot. That needs to be Jason Tatum, in my opinion. I mean, hey, I'm a big Jaylen Brown fan, but get the ball to the big dog, man. Let him score it. Porzingis still playing well, man. 20 points. He only got 1 block last night, 5 boards, but this team's still the best team in basketball, in my opinion. Especially, I know they dropped 1. No more undefeated teams in basketball after last night. So, but I still think they're the best team. All right, let's move on to the next game. The Hawks at the Thunder. The Thunder won 126 to 117. We thought SGA was going to be out. He actually played.
I know.
We both took the Hawks -3.5 at home. I mean, on the road, and we lost that. The over-under was 238.5 points. I took the over and won. You took the under and lost. What did you see out of the SGA-led Thunder last night?
Well, man, if I knew he was going to be playing, it said he was out, I would have definitely went with OKC.
I may have still taken the Hawks, but it would have been a closer thing for me to pick.
Right.
But
Well, of course, SGA, 30 points. I mean, he's awesome.
He's an all-star, man.
Yeah. Chet Holmgren had 16 and 12 and 3 blocks. So I mean, that's he had a good game. And
Defensive Player of the Year candidate right there.
Yeah. And then Jalen Williams was big time for him last night with 21 points, and Lou Dort had 19. So yeah, I mean
they're a tough team, man. Lou Dort's been playing really well this year, man.
Yeah, Josh Giddey only had 8 last night. Usually I like to see him around 15 to 17 points.
I think he's going to average 12 to 15 on the season. He's a good player, man. I don't know. I like Josh Giddey a lot over there. So yeah. Trey Young only had 22 and 11. Trey Young only, man. When I see a perennial star getting 22, I'm like, man, that should have been 25, 26. But I mean, I can't say enough about Trey Young, dude. He's 22 and 11 last night. DeJounte Murray with 29. This team, like we've talked about, just needs some more pieces. Sadiq Bey had 15 off the bench, and Bogdanovic had 17 off the bench. Other than that, it wasn't a whole lot. Johnson had 13 in the starting lineup. This team they're not quite good enough, man. They need a few pieces. All right, let's move on to the last game of the night. The Pelicans at the Nuggets. The Nuggets won 134 to 116. We both took the Nuggets -5.5 at home and won. The over-under was 220.5 points. You took the over and won. I took the under and lost. It went to 250 total points. What'd you see from the world champs last night without Jamal Murray? Again, for the second game.
Joker, 35, 14, and 12, and a block. I mean, he only had 2 turnovers as well. I mean, it's hard to keep him out of the conversation for MVP. I mean,
is he the best player in basketball right now? Your head needs to move this way. Move it this way. Move it this way.
That's what I'm saying. It's close. I mean, because to me, I have him, Luka, and Steph right now.
Yeah, I was thinking Steph had fallen off a little bit. God, Steph's so good still. Jeez,
so,
man.
I mean, if you want to talk about who's the best in basketball right now, that's where I have them.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. They're both. Jason Tatum's up there too. I think he's probably in the 3, 4, 5 spot.
I have him. He's high. He's better. He's playing better this year than last year. I give Tatum that.
He's good.
And I don't know you can call it home team, but LeBron at 38. Yeah, go ahead and put it on. There you go. At 38,
LeBron!
He's got to be around number 5, 4 or 5, right up there.
LeBron's
6.
still up there. Yeah, I mean I wouldn't say he's the best, but he's in the top 5, 6. Yeah, he's still up there, man. 38 years old. Yeah,
it's a tight race. Yeah, so 35, 14, and 12. This guy's doing it night in, night out. They're having big games. Michael Porter Jr. has been balling out the last 3 games.
Yep.
So yeah, even without Jamal Murray, I mean, it's great. And the crazy thing is the Pelicans had them down majority of the game. They were down like 15 points at one time. 18 points.
They had a huge third quarter. The Nuggets.
Yeah, they had 40-point third quarter. So they're tough, man.
They are. They're the champs for a reason. Over on the Pelican side of the ball, Brandon Ingram with 22, Hawkins with 31. Man, look at that. That was crazy. Outscoring everybody.
Jordan Hawkins, dude, he's a rookie, bro.
Yeah, I know. We'll see. I'm going to keep an eye on this kid to see what he's going to do.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, Zion with only 20. Sorry. I hate saying that only, but, come on, Zion, get 27, bro. Yeah, and Matt Ryan shooting well off the bench, 4 for 6 from three-point line, putting up 17 points. This is one of those teams that's going to go to the playoffs. They're going to make a little bit of a splash, but that's as far as they're going to go. They don't quite have the team yet. They're missing a piece or two.
It depends what happens with C.J. McCollum, too.
Yeah, you're right about that. Yeah, missing CJ is pretty rough for them. So, Yeah, that's all the games for tonight, man.
Yeah.
We're done with the games, and there's nothing tonight. It's election day. What are we gonna do tonight, Randy?
Probably gonna watch some college basketball, dude. I love college basketball.
I'm not real big into college basketball. I might actually take the night to play some video games or hang out with the wife and kid. I don't know. We'll
Yeah.
see. We'll see. I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna do yet.
I don't know. Me either.
So did you get down with some good food last night? You said you had some pork chops.
Yeah, we had
They
some
were-
pork chops. It was okay. Yeah,
Yeah,
it was all right.
We
Wasn't
or-
nothing.
we
great.
ordered out some Mexican food. Got some chicken enchiladas. They were pretty good, but they forgot our chips and queso. So we were
Today
pretty.
is Taco Tuesday.
Oh, it is Taco Tuesday.
Taco Tuesday.
Yeah, I actually have some chicken in the fridge. I might make some chicken tacos tonight. So,
Yeah.
all right. Well, that all you got? He's
That's all I
back
have.
with the tiny microphone. Dude, you literally need to learn how to do that for the whole video. I swear, it would be the best. It would be the best. All right, let's get out of here, Randy.
All right.
Thanks for tuning in, everybody. That's it for the Over the Hill Hoops podcast, episode number 14. We'll be back at it tomorrow. Peace out.
Let's go.